Hello YouTube and welcome to Prime Productions. I'm here to help enhance your tabletop gaming experience. Well, it's that time of year again when everyone starts making Christmas videos, and so I guess I should jump on the old bandwagon. I thought with this year having Howl of the Wild out, I should make Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in Pathfinder 2e using the Awakened Animal Ancestry. And, big announcement, I'll actually play this character in a Christmas one-shot on December 22nd at 3:15 p.m. Pacific Time. There will be other Pathfinder YouTubers there, and Swing Ripper will be GMing, and the play will be live-streamed on YouTube over on his channel, so go check it out. Thraben U is going to be making an animist Ebenezer Scrooge kind of character over on his channel, which should be coming out on December 17th if you want to check it out. Stay to the end of the video for more information. So, I think Rudolph needs no introduction. We probably all know the song, but just so everyone's on the same page, according to the original Rankin Bass stop-motion special, which is the version I'll be using, Rudolph is born with a mutation that causes his nose to glow bright red. At first, all the reindeer and residents of the North Pole bully him. Even Santa himself, what?
Great bouncing iceberg.
Now, I'm sure it'll stop as soon as he grows up, Santa.
Well, let's hope so if he wants to make the sleigh team someday.
I thought Santa was supposed to be chill. Anyway, they bully him and laugh and call him names. Then he runs away, encounters some friends who help him find his self-worth, and then he comes back and helps pull Santa's sleigh through a particularly foggy Christmas. His shiny nose acts like a headlight, you see. Oh, he and Santa's other reindeer are magical and can fly. That's an important part of the story. So, toxic lessons of people only liking you if you do stuff for them aside, we are all up to speed. Starting off for our Rudolph build, our ancestry is going to be Awakened Animal, like I said. Now, Awakened Animals normally get a bonus to Constitution, Wisdom, and a free boost with a penalty to Intelligence, but I'm going to forgo that for the option of just 2 free attribute boosts and no penalties. And I'm going to pick Strength and Dexterity. Now, Awakened Animals get to choose their size, and that's actually a conundrum for us. Young Rudolph, the form that he is most known for, is probably around small-sized, though grown Rudolph, when he actually pulls the sleigh in the special, seems to be medium-sized. In the other Rankin Bass specials, though, it's shown that a single reindeer can be ridden by 2, I'm assuming, medium-sized creatures, which implies Rudolph would be huge-sized. Rules are, a PC has to be 2 size categories smaller than another PC to ride them. These elves appear to be roughly medium-sized, so the reindeer should be huge-sized. You get it. Anyway, huge isn't even an option for Awakened Animals. For now, I think we'll just go with medium-sized, but if you wanted to adjust that, it's fine. As a medium-sized Awakened Animal, Rudolph gets a one-time bonus of 8 extra HP. Also, as an Awakened Animal, he can replace his normal fist attack with another attack like Antlers, but that doesn't really play well with the build I'm planning, so I'm going to keep the fist attack. Don't worry, it'll make sense in the class section. For Heritage, you know where this is going. Rudolph is a flying animal. This nets him a mere 20-foot land speed, but if he's conscious, he can fall from any height without taking damage because magical floating reindeer. Importantly, he doesn't have a fly speed yet, and we see this in the special. It actually takes him a while to learn how to fly. I'm going to reinforce this by taking the first level Ancestry feat, Awakened Magic. This Ancestry feat gives him a primal cantrip that he can cast for free, and I'm going to use that for the Light cantrip. Yeah, that's his nose. Technically, the Light cantrip can let you cast light somewhere else, but we'll just say he always casts it on himself. For background, I thought about taking the cursed background because of his nose, but he's not really cursed so much as everyone in Santa's workshop is a jerk. Even Santa, what the heck?
I'm sure it'll stop as soon as he grows up, Santa.
Well, let's hope so if he wants to make the sleigh team someday.
Anyway, I settled on Laborer because, he has to pull the sleigh. That's labor, right? Anyway, the background gives him a boost to Strength or Constitution. I'll choose Strength, and a free boost, I'll go with Dexterity again. It also nets him the Athletics skill, Labor Lore skill, and the Hefty Hauler skill feat. Gotta pull that sleigh somehow. Moving on to class, and no one is going to be surprised here, we have an unarmed guy, and so I'm going to go with Monk. This nets him a boost to Strength or Dexterity. Let's go with Strength and a slew of other things. Expert in all saving throws and unarmored defense, and trained in unarmed attacks, simple weapons, perception, and class DCs. Also, all of their normal fist attacks do a d6 damage instead of d4s, and they don't take penalties for fighting lethally with those attacks. This is the reason I chose to go with the fist attack. See, Awakened Animal replaces the normal fist attack, and Monk only works with the fist attack, so there you go. Also, Rudolph gets the Flurry of Blows class feature. Monks get a feat at level 1, and since Rudolph is a magical creature, I think I'll go with Chi Spell. This gives him 2 options, Chi Rush or Inner Upheaval. Now, I wanted to take Chi Rush, but it turns out it doesn't work with flying, and I do want Rudolph to eventually fly, so I'll take up Inner Upheaval instead. Using this focus spell nets him a +1 to hit for 1 attack, and the attack does an extra d6 damage, but it works with both attacks if Rudolph does it with Flurry of Blows. Rudolph also gets 4 skills. We already have Athletics, so let's grab Acrobatics for aerial maneuvers, then Survival for surviving in the Northern Arctic, then, well, I guess Diplomacy, because he's a pretty nice guy, all things considered. Finally, Rudolph gets a boost to 4 different attributes. Let's go with Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and Charisma. Now, we could end the video there, but let's level him up to level, let's say 10 real quick. That's the level I'll be playing him at in Swing Ripper's one-shot. For level 2, Rudolph gets a class feat and a skill feat. For his class feat, I'll go with the always classic Stunning Blows, which lets him stun enemies if he hits with at least one of his 2 Flurry of Blows attacks. For his skill feat, I think it would be appropriate to take additional lore for his hometown, as it were, of Santa's Workshop. For level 3, he gets a couple of class abilities. His speed, remember that's only his land speed, gets a +10 status bonus. He also gets Mystic Strikes, meaning his attacks are considered magical even if they aren't. He also gets a general feat and a skill increase. For his general feat, I'll grab Ancestral Paragon, which gives him a first level Ancestry feat, which we can use to grab Take Flight. This Awakened Animal feat gives Rudolph the ability to fly 15 feet, but if he doesn't land in between each hop, he falls. For his skill increase, I'll go with Acrobatics, as that is the skill used to determine how well you fly. For level 4, Rudolph gets another class feat and skill feat. For class feat, I'll take Harmonize Self, which lets Rudolph self-heal or counteract a poison or disease effect with a focus point. For his skill feat, I'll grab Forager so Rudolph can survive in the wild. Level 5 is a big level. Attribute boosts, another Ancestry feat, Rudolph gets Expert in all of his attacks and Perception, and another skill increase. For attribute boosts, I'm going to go with Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and I guess Wisdom, as that's the casting ability for Monk Chi spells. For Ancestry feat, Strong of Wing increases our fly speed to 25, though of course we still have to land in between each fly action. And for the skill increase, Athletics seems appropriate for pulling that sleigh. Level 6, another class feat and skill feat. For his class feat, I would recommend advanced Chi spells, specifically the Chi spell Shrink the Span, which lets Rudolph teleport up to his speed for a focus point. Note that he teleports up to his land speed, and he can do this while flying. So while he does eventually get a full-on fly speed, he can use this to move even faster through the air, though it does cost a focus point. For his skill feat, I don't know, I'll go with additional lore for Arctic terrain lore. Rudolph seems to be able to navigate the north pretty well. Moving on to level 7, we get another general feat. Our movement speed, again that's land movement speed, increases by another 5 feet, so total bonus of plus 15 feet. He also gets Path to Perfection, which lets him get Master in a single saving throw and also count successes as critical successes with that saving throw, then a skill feat, and finally Weapon Specialization. Quickly running down the list, for his general feat, I'll grab Fleet, which increases his land speed by 5 feet again. Now this doesn't help with flying, but it does help with Shrink the Span, that focus spell that lets him teleport. For Path to Perfection, I think we should grab Reflex saves. For skill increase, I'm going to take Acrobatics to Master for all that flying, and then Weapon Specialization just increases the damage from weapons and unarmed attacks by 2. Level 8 is just another class feat and skill feat. For class feat, we are finally going to get a stance, specifically Iron Blood stance, which makes Rudolph's unarmed attacks do a d8 damage. It also gives it a few traits like Parry and Sweep, and gives Rudolph a resistance 2 to all damage while he's in the stance. As for the skill feat, I want to grab Aerobatic Master. This makes him better at flying, such as being able to pull off 2 flying maneuvers at once. Level 9, and here's where he finally comes online. Firstly, he gets an Ancestry feat. He also gets Metal Strikes, meaning his unarmed attacks count as both Cold Iron and Silver. He also gets Monk Expertise. That just means that his class DCs and spellcasting DC for his Chi spells increases to Expert, and finally gets another skill increase. As for the Ancestry feat, it is no contest. I am taking Fully Flighted, which gives Rudolph a full-on fly speed. Now, he still needs to spend an action every round to keep flying, but he doesn't need to land anymore. As for that skill increase, maybe athletics? Remember, he does need to pull Santa's sleigh, as I keep mentioning. Finally, level 10. He gets 4 attribute boosts, a class feat, and a skill feat. For the attributes, I'd again go with Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and Wisdom. For his class feat, I'd like to take Advanced Chi spells again to get Chi Blast, so we have some kind of ranged options. Now, technically, Player Core 2 does not say you can take that feat more than once, but most people consider that an oversight, and I assume it will be fixed in an errata. If not, just grab a different monk feat instead. As for his skill feat, I don't know, maybe grab Kip Up? Alright, and that's how I would build Rudolph. He's not perfect, his fly speed is stuck at 25, but I think that's the best I can do with Pathfinder. Now, remember that holiday one-shot I talked about in the beginning that Swing Ripper is running? My Rudolph build will be a little different there because we will be playing with the optional Ancestry Paragon rules. Oh, and the game will be mythic! I'll put the relevant changes on screen now. Anyway, remember that stream will be on Sunday, December 22nd, starting at around 3:15 Pacific time. 2024 if you're watching this video later. And remember to check out Thraben Yu's video on his Ebenezer Scrooge-inspired build that should be coming out on December 17th. Again, this is all 2024 if you're watching this video later. Link to all of the channels involved in the description below. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. That tells not only me, but also YouTube that you like this kind of content and would like to see more. And as always, thank you, good luck, and happy gaming!